Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tiwi here. I know you guys have missed me and I know I need to be more consistent, but I've just been struggling with motivation recently. But I'm back and I have a topic today that I think is a juicy one and I hope you guys really enjoy this one. So I'm going to be talking about the fact that I don't think beauty standards are real. And when I say beauty standards, I'm referring to this idea of stereotypical beauty, blonde hair and blue eyes, and Eurocentric beauty standards. This is a talking point that comes up a lot, especially amongst women. So, yeah, it's something that I want to dissect today and really try to get into the core of, and I also want to express my thoughts on it. I don't think beauty standards are real. I think they're a myth. The reason why I don't think they're real is because I think that when you look at people, there's so much variety in this world and there's so many archetypes of what someone could look like, right? Like there's so many different features. People are diverse. The idea that you only find one feature beautiful and you just ignore the other versions of beauty that are out there, I just don't think that that's true. Now, I think there's a difference between finding something beautiful and recognizing that you find it beautiful and accepting that you find it beautiful. I think those are two different things. And I think that accepting that something is beautiful to you is something that can be affected by what is socially acceptable, and it could even be seen as a status symbol. What someone finds attractive can be something that they put on to appeal to a certain standard of living or a certain status in life. You know, if someone thinks, oh, people who are on this high pedestal in life find this thing beautiful, so because I want to act like them and I want to mirror them, I'm also going to say that I find this thing beautiful because I want to be lumped in with people who have great taste and who are deemed as successful in life. That's just one example of how this can sort of materialize in the real world. So I think that there's a difference between just looking at something and thinking that's beautiful and accepting that you think that thing is beautiful. In terms of accepting what is beautiful and what isn't beautiful, I think that's a separate issue, which is heavily governed by societal standards and trying to fit in with other people. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for just looking at someone or something and thinking that that is beautiful and finding it attractive. I don't think that beauty standards affect just the natural appreciation for beauty that we have as humans. And I don't think that fair skin, blue eyes, or blonde hair is something that's inherently beautiful, innately beautiful to just an eye that's just looking at something without all of the other appraisals that someone could be putting onto an experience, just a visual experience. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like people need to start differentiating between these things. I don't know if this has been studied yet. I guess this is my theory. I'm going to trademark this. This is Tiwi's theory of beauty. Yeah, because why I wanted to talk about this is because this is something that's popular in online discourse. We're always hearing about beauty standards, especially in fashion or in the beauty industry. And this topic has even made its way to my psychology class. We're talking about issues with eating and body image issues, and this came up, the idea of beauty standards, and it was mentioned in my psychology class that the stereotypical beauty standard is blonde white women with blue eyes. And whenever I hear this, I always think this is not correct. It's just wrong. There's no objective measure of beauty. So saying that one thing is the beauty standard, and if you don't fit into this category of being a white blonde woman with blue eyes, then you're not as beautiful. It's just wrong. Like logically, it's just not correct to me. So yeah, I think beauty is something that we should approach more scientifically, if that's even if that's even possible, or we should try to theorize and kind of create constructs around a topic like this, and not just throw random ideas out there just because they're popular and we hear them a lot. We should actually, like, whenever we hear these things, we shouldn't just say, oh, I've seen this so many times. I've seen people say that the beauty standard is this, Eurocentric beauty standards. When you really think about it, you need to figure out if it's something that makes sense logically to you. And for me, I've just never found that made any sense. And I think this idea that media pushes a certain beauty standard, and that if people see a particular thing in media a lot, and if they're more exposed to a particular look, then they tend to find that thing attractive or more attractive than other things. I don't know if that's necessarily true. So I guess you're saying that if we only see blonde, skinny white women in magazine covers, on magazine covers, or in the modeling industry, or in the beauty industry, or in campaigns, then that means that we won't find any other race of, like, we can't find an average build black, Indian, Mediterranean, like, I don't know. Like, you're saying that we can't find any other group of woman with any other random eye color. There's brown, there's gray, there's green, they're different body types. You're saying that we can't find them attractive just because people that look like that aren't on magazines. Huh? How do you think people fall in love with people in their communities? How do you how do you think reproduction happens? How do you think just looking at people around you and appreciating their beauty, how do you think that happens when the media isn't pushing that image? I would say even before media was a thing, people just appreciated what was around them, or found ways to appreciate what was around them. And I think the media is very unique in the sense that it exposes you to just so many different places in the world that you could never even think of, like, getting there by foot. And yeah, it's very, very interesting to be exposed to all these different people and, like, different cultures, and seeing what different people look like and what beauty looks like in different parts of the world. But I do think that the media does not fully rewire your brain. There's some things that your brain does naturally that it would just do regardless of what you're exposed to, and regardless of what media you're exposed to. So let's say hypothetically I grew up watching movies and all the actresses were blonde, skinny, blue-eyed white women. Does that mean that if I am walking down the street and I find a black woman who's not blonde and not skinny, that I would not find her attractive? No. Just no. Just no. Guys, we have the option of ignoring the media. I know that's something that's unimaginable. Like, we can just look at what the media is pushing, and we can ignore that and just focus on what's happening around us in the real world. I know, wild take, crazy take, but that's possible. Like, our brains can just filter that out, you know? That's why I think the beauty standard thing is just a myth, and it just pertains to the media and the online world. But in real life, like, when you're just looking at whoever's around you, you're able to find people beautiful regardless of whether they're blonde or skinny with blue eyes. Like, I'm so sure of it. Like, there's so many variety. Like, there are so many, like, features that you can find beautiful in people. At least for me. Obviously, I'm going to be biased because this is just my opinion. Haven't done a study on this, but I find so many things beautiful. I find so many eye colors and hair colors and features and shapes. Like, I find so many different people from different places beautiful, you know? So that's just my take. It's something that I wanted to note is that the media is always trying to sell a certain image or lifestyle. And if you believe something, then you don't really need it to be sold to you. If you believe something is beautiful, right? And GQ doesn't put it on its cover, you still think that thing is beautiful, you know? And I think corporations that focus on selling images and lifestyles, they just want to sell what's not available to you to create the scarcity mindset and to create it's yeah, that's literally how these industries work. They basically pick out something that is unattainable, something that's the opposite of you, or something that just seems so far away, and they basically put that on a pedestal. So they're selling this idea that you can never really buy, and people get hyper fixated on something that they can't attain because, you know, it's more interesting to your mind to pursue something that's out of reach. If you already have something and you're holding on to it, then you don't have to chase it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so if you believe that you're beautiful, you don't have to chase beauty. You don't jump on every makeup product, or you don't think wearing that one dress will make you beautiful. You need to buy a certain brand. You don't think having a certain lifestyle will make you beautiful. You already know it and you believe it. That's the cheat code. It's just accepting whatever you got going on. If you just accept whatever you look like, it's really, really going to be difficult for someone to come and tell you that you're not enough and to try to sell some certain image or lifestyle to you and to try to want you to attain a certain standard. It's all scarcity mindset. And if you try to basically live in a way, just try it's hard. Let me tell you, it's hard. It's designed to trap you. But if you find a way to break out of that mindset and just every day build habits to help you accept yourself, you're not even going to be bothered by all this stuff. So I would just tell people who make videos online or post about the fact that they're not the beauty standard and they're unattractive and it makes life hard. I'm sure someone might comment on this saying, oh, like it's easy for you to say because you're pretty. Or so. People always do this. Whenever you talk about beauty, they think you're beautiful. They tell you that you don't know how hard the ugly people have it. Sorry, I can't change I just look like what I look like. That's not my point. My point is coming online and complaining about how you're not the beauty standard literally does nothing. You can't change who you are. I mean, you could try to like bleach your skin and wear contacts and I don't know, like try to fit a standard. But at the end of the day, it's not the real thing. People love effortless beauty. That's one thing that people don't like to admit. When something feels natural and effortless and you can sell the idea that you were just born a certain way and those are your genetics, people appreciate that more than having to tweak yourself and basically like Bob the Builder yourself into a certain image. So, and it's just not believable when you have to try that hard, which is interesting. It's so weird, the psychology of beauty and people in general, but I think that stop coming online to complain about how you don't fit the beauty standard because you still look like what you look like. So I don't know, like take pictures of people you find beautiful. Ignore GQ, ignore the magazines, create your own aesthetic, create your own create art. that highlights people that you find beautiful and people that you want to champion and I guess put on the pedestal. But that would be wrong because you're creating scarcity and insecurity in other people. Don't contribute to that. So just focus on your community, focus on people around you, and stop complaining about things that you can't fix in any way. Instead of people blaming the media for, I guess, championing certain body images by showing them a lot, people should focus more on teaching us media literacy and teaching us that you can turn the TV off and you can close your computer screen and you can block pages. And yeah, just teaching people to use their brains, really. Because we can sit here and blame the media all day, but realistically, the media isn't going to change to become this positive thing that only promotes like peak inclusivity and peak acceptance for every single form of beauty. And like, we can't wait for the media to do that. We have to do that ourselves. And yeah, even like I'm gonna say, like, it would be amazing to see the media become this thing that's ultra positive and amazing for everybody. But while we're in this like phase, while we're waiting for that to happen, we can still teach people, hey, like, you need to be able to have media literacy and have discernment and filter out what you don't want to affect your psyche. Like, try your best to like filter that out. And yeah, things that you find positive, obviously engage with them and let them inspire you. But things that you don't find to be positive or useful, just try to like filter them out and like screen them out. Yeah, I think that's what we need to focus on. I'm tired of hearing people complain about beauty standards and how they're not skinny or blonde or white or have blue eyes. Like, it's boring, it's unimaginative, and it's just not true. It's just not true that one thing is beautiful. Like, there's so many other features. I can't sit here and talk about, because there's so many different ways people can look that are just beautiful, and no particular combo is better than another. Anyway, goodbye. Sorry, I forgot to add something that I think is important. I forgot to add that individual features don't make a face beautiful. If we're just talking about facial beauty here, just because someone has blue eyes doesn't mean they're beautiful. I hate to sound like a looks maxer, but facial harmony is a real thing, and like, harmony of features is a real thing. So you could have blonde hair and still be a bum and still be uggo. You could be skinny and still be uggo. You could yeah, like, these individual features don't make you beautiful. It's about how these features work together. Complete. Yeah. Also, like and subscribe. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna try to film more of these. I've just been so drained. I've been so drained. I feel quite unwell. My body's just been like, I'm not even gonna get into it, but I will try to make this a habit. Sit here, get my thoughts out for you guys. Please support me. I love you. Mwah.